Hey guys, this is Nila. Welcome back at a new YouTube video. And in our previous video, where we talked about the US military intervention in Venezuela, there was a very interesting comment by one of our viewers, which talked about how Chinese investment in Venezuela is at risk after this whole situation has unfolded. Now, that is a very interesting point of view because it is going to be very interesting to see what China is going to do in this scenario. Also, we're going to talk about the today's development which has happened with yesterday's seizure of a Russian tanker in North Atlantic waters, and today the Russia hitting United States backed companies, factories, and its plant in Ukraine of sunflower oil. So all of these happening simultaneously, China has a big role to play, where China has to decide, do they need to defend their hundred billions of dollars of investment, which they have done since like last 2.5 decades, or do they decide right now that okay, Latin America and North America is for you, we keep the Asia. Here we will be going to see some type of compromise which should be made, or it would be a completely different scenario where China goes all in because of its Belt and Road Initiative. We have seen that China is ready for a multipolar world, but in case of Venezuela, because Venezuela's economy is very much sanction backed, China has been investing $100 billion since 2000s, and China has been buying 60 to 70% of Venezuelan exports, which was very important for its energy needs, and it's its top creditor. China has been investing in Venezuelan countries projects such as railways, bridges, infrastructure in replacement of barrels of oil. Since Venezuelan economy was sanctioned, China was very important for Venezuela because China was still buying their crude. Now, with 30 to 50 million of barrels given directly to President Trump, what will China do? China is still at exposure of 10 to 19 billion dollars where this loan is not repaid. Is China letting this all money go, or is China going to put up to the United States and say, okay, whatever, even if we bought, let's say, from a sanction backed economy, that is our money. And this is going to be very interesting because United States is currently at a two front standoff, I would say, because Chinese standoff is not very clear. United States has made it moves. China has to respond now. But what we saw in North Atlantic waters was very interesting, where there was a sanctioned tanker from Russian Shadow Fleet, which these should just for people who don't know, there are some ships in this world who are carrying Russian sanctioned oil, and they carry it in different countries' name. So that water was that ship was detected, and it was under Guyanese flag. But as soon as it was chased by the US and NATO allies, they re-registered themselves as Russian under Russian flag, and then US boarded it, and then Russia made it clear this is not gonna happen. And today Russia attacked. I have seen reports. I can't confirm this individually, and Russia attacked a sunflower flower oil type of plant, which is managed by an American company in Ukraine. So this is a two-phase, and I think United States is going to have multi-faced war on different uh, points where they will have some type of standoff with Russia, some type of standoff with China. But this was very interesting to see that now China has to respond, and this tug of war between United States, China, and Venezuela is going to be very interesting to see and what happens to it. So let's see what happens. And thank you so much for the insightful comment, Prashiji. That was very nice of you to say. And thank you so much for watching this video, guys. This is Nila Pandey signing off.